Hey folks, JD here, and today we're going to be updating the Fimi X8 SE. Now, as I'm sure you'll remember, when I came to do the unboxing and the flight test a couple of days ago, alright, in the I think it was at the beginning of the flight test as I was setting up the quadcopter, it came up and said firmware update available. I said, well, I'm not going to do this right now because I don't want to do it in the middle of a field. I'll do it when I'm back home. Now, if I click on the firmware update, there's a few things we can see here. This firmware update optimizes the image quality and optimizes the flight control of the quadcopter. So I noticed that quite a few people didn't like the fact that I thought that video in the original unboxing and flight test was pretty good. Now, I thought it was, and that's no joke. That's not me trying to pull anything over anybody's eyes, because I don't do that. It's quite simply the fact that I thought it was generally good. Mostly the quadcopters that I fly don't have good cameras. I thought this one actually looked pretty decent. By the time you add bad weather, incorrect SD card and YouTube compression into the mix, obviously that picture quality is going to, well, degrade. So here's hoping that this particular firmware update is going to give you what you require from this quadcopter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click start download. And it's going to download the firmware, download everything, and the download is complete. There we go. What I'm going to do now is just quite simply, I'm just going to turn on the device. Come on. There we go. And we're going to run through. There we go. It has connected. Right then. So when it's connected, this is weird, me recording the back of the controller. Then click update firmware. And then this is exactly what's going to happen. Please insert SD card. This new one I've got is the same one that I use in my DJI kit, which writes back at 60 megabits a second, which is actually lower than the Class 10 I was using, but this is rated for 4K. So, do you know what? I'm going to give it a try and see whether or not this actually does any better. And these SD cards are very cheap, £8, 64 gig. That's ample. If you're just flying one battery like me, you should be fine with that. So there we go, that's in. So start updating, ready to update. So now it's ready to update, click start updating. Do not interrupt this process at all. Leave the quadcopter finish. There we are, so we're at 98%. There we go, camera. There we are, camera flight control update successfully. There we go, update complete. And then the quadcopter, I believe, is just rebooting perhaps. Let me just see. Yeah, nothing's been picked up on the camera yet. Now there's going to be a lot of different notifications in here because it's not going to be able to get GPS mode. It is gonna just turn around and just be on altitude hold, on ATI mode. It is going to say compass interference. There's going to be a lot of those particular issues. What I want to see though, there we go, camera's back. What I want to see though, and the lighting in here is pretty bad for the minute. What I want to see is whether that camera is any better. So let me just give this a little bit of a wipe there. There we go. Right then, let's have a look. What are we on here? What are we on? 4K at 30 frames a second. Let's have a little look and see what we've got. I'm not going to reset anything to do with that. I'm not going to do anything with that. Flight recording. Amount of magnetic interference, that's very high, as it would be. Okay. Well, I think the best thing we can do is take it out of a situation where there's just so much different light in here, because I'm not getting a good vibe from that for a second. But what we'll do is we'll take her out and we'll see what she's like out there. But at least now she's firmware updated. She's done pretty much as we possibly can do. She is as up to date as she can be. Next step is just to fly her, I think, and see exactly how she does. But that gimbal is certainly holding well when I'm moving this quadcopter around. Alright then friends, well thanks ever so much for watching and listening. I've been JD, you've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe and ring that bell too. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time my friends, happy flying.